and lift. Go ahead and tuck those elbows, add a squeeze. It's back, lift and squeeze, lift and squeeze. Chest is nice and proud. Pulling those elbows back behind that low back with each lift. In, give me 5. Here's 4. Go for 3, 2, last 1. Take this right foot, step back to lunge. Tuck your hips, sink down low. Think, curl, and extend. Squeeze, drop it down. So just a regular bicep curl here. Pull that core in nice and tight. Tiny drop through those legs. We're going to twist through those obliques here. Let's move. So it's curl, extend, twist, take it down. Bring those weight up to those shoulders here. Rotating towards that front left leg. Think curl, reach it long. In and drop. Give me 3. Go for 2. Hold it center, flip those palms, hammer curl. Left and right. Squeeze and squeeze. Pushing through those back toes here. We're going to add that rotation back. So take it left for 2, bring it center for 2. Drop curl. Left, bring it center, lower down. That front heel is buried into your floor. Left for 2, bring it center for 2. You have a few more here. Tuck those elbows nice and tight for 4, 3, 2. Last 1, hinge it forward. Tricep extensions right and left. Reach right, reach left. Bring those elbows in nice and tight to that body. Big hinge forward from that waist. Gaze is at the ground in front of those big toes here. Reach right, reach left. Extend, take it back. Keep that small drop through those legs for 5. Go for 4. Here's 3, 2. Last 1. Step this right foot in. Keep that hinge. Elbows are at 90. It's lift and drop. Squeeze it up, lower down. Like a shoulder raise here, but keeping that hinge forward. Feel that hinge as those arms come up to that highest point. That burns through those shoulders. Lift, drop, squeeze, take it down. We've got a few more here. Pull that core tight. Lift and drop. Take it up for 3. Lift for 2. Last 1. Bring it down. The left foot steps back to lunge. Chest raises high. Back to those curls. Extend. In and drop. Same thing on this side here. Glue those elbows back to those sides. Up. Drop it down. Think squeeze. Release. Adding this small drop of those legs for me here. Press to those back left toes. Let's add that twist here. So twist it right, extend, curl, drop it down. Slight twist here. Warming up those obliques. Keeping that bicep curl. Take it right, drop it center. Squeeze, lower down. Here for 3. Last 2. Hold it center, flip those palms, hammer curl. Left and right. Squeeze, drop, squeeze, drop. Those weights come up through those shoulders. You're squeezing actively on that bicep as you do each curl. Let's add that twist back in. So it's right for 2, curl it center for 2, small twist. Exhale, center and drop. Good work, working this side just as strong. Feeling that heat in those thighs. Right for 2, bring it center. Last time. 4, 3, 2, hold it here. Hinge it forward, tricep extensions, right and left. Reach right, reach left. No surprises here. Burying this front right heel into that ground. Try to wiggle those toes up and away from the floor. Reach right, reach left. Drop and exhale. Glue those elbows back to those sides. Keep it nice and tight here. A few more. Go for 5. Here's 4. Last 3, 2, 1. Step that left foot in. Arms come low here. Raise it up. Drop it down. Lift and drop. So here we've got that lateral raise. The difference is those arms are extended nice and long, and you are feeling that heat. That hinge is moved between those shoulder blades, using more of that upper back rather than just those shoulders. It's lift and drop. Gaze is still down at the ground for me here. Go 3. Last 2. And 1. Lower down. Stand it up. Take these feet out wide. Toes turn out. Tuck those hips. Lower down, engage that core, arms out in front, just lift. It's up, lift, and lift. So those elbows are at a 90-degree angle for me here. We're lifting the top of that bicep, adding that small drop through those legs. Remember to turn those toes out towards the corner of your room, letting those knees fall out wide as you lift and lift. For 4, 3, 2, hold it high, squeeze those elbows in, squeeze and squeeze. Now as you squeeze those elbows together, you should feel that heat really wrapping around that bicep. No longer just using the top, really feeling it round all the way through that muscle. It's squeeze and squeeze, squeeze and drop. For 3, 2, hold it tight, punch those arms. It's right, left. Quick punches for me here, as quick as you can. Keeping that punch, extend those arms out slightly to that 3/4 bend. Punch, punch, punch. Press, press, press. Get down a little bit lower in those legs. The last few seconds of these standing arms. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good work. Standing up. Weights go to the side. We're bringing it down to the floor. Moving into that full arm plank here. So hands are underneath those shoulders. Curling up on those toes. Retuck those hips and engage through your core. I want you to float these right toes here. That leg goes up. For 2, bring it down. Cross those heels. Think lift, bring it down and cross. So you're pressing evenly through those hands as you lift up high. It's lift. For 2, bring it down. For 2, last time up. Last time down. Hold it here. Just squeeze those thighs. In, squeeze and squeeze. Thinking about rolling those inner thighs together here. We're going to add in a tricep push-up with that squeeze. So it's in for 2. Drop that chest. Big press. Think squeeze, squeeze and hold. Tap, push it up. Now you do have the option here to lower to those knees. Just keep those elbows pressed in nice and tight. Last 4, 3, 2, hold it high and cross that ankle. Moving to that left side, float those toes. Take it up. For 2, bring it down and cross. Lift, lower it down, cross those ankles. Great work here. Keep it slow to start. Lift, bring it down. Last time, take it up. Bring it down, hold it low. Now squeeze those thighs. In, squeeze and squeeze at any point. You can lower down to those knees. Try to hang tough with me here. Bring that belly button in. Let's add those push-ups in. Squeeze. For 2, lower down and press. Think squeeze. Squeeze. Chest comes down. Big press up. Good work here. Keep moving. Last 2. It's drop and lift. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good work. Lower down those knees. Set your seat back and high. Arms reach out long. Deep breath. And slowly roll it up. We're going to flip it around. Feet come out in front. Hands come back behind those hips. Fingertips face forward here. I want you to glue those legs in together nice and tight. Ankle, knees, thighs, calves, all touching. Go ahead and press up on those hands. Let those knees fall out wide here. We're going to start slow. So it's drop, squeeze those thighs, lift, knees apart. Think drop, press it up, knees fall out. So working those legs and arms here. We're going to add some speed next. Last time slow, let's move. Drop, press and lift. Drop, press and lift so those thighs squeeze together. As your seat comes down to tap that floor, elbows go straight back for me here. These tricep dips are tough. Drop and lift. Come up for 3. Lift for 2. Hold it high. Weight rocks back towards those hands. It's quick pulses. Down, down, down. Drop, drop, drop. This is quick. Hang tough. Low here. It's drop, drop, drop. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That seat comes down here. Bring it down to your forearms. Tabletop these legs. Knees fall right. Toes go left. And slow it down. So it's drop for 2. Lift and exhale. Take it down. Tap, curl and lift. Lift. So here, with your knees falling over to the right, you're utilizing these left obliques here. Pressing through those forearms. Keep that chest lifted. Drop for 2. Lift. Last time. Take it down. Last time up. Hold it here. Left arm reaches across. Twist. Twist. It's exhale. Exhale. So that arm reaches the opposite direction of those toes. Lift. Exhale. Twist and twist. Wringing out these left obliques here. Think, exhale, exhale for 4, 3, 2, last one. Center it back up, knees fall left, toes go right. Let's drop it down. Drop for 2, exhale and lift. Take it down, tap those toes, lift and lift. You're almost through this warm-up. Ending here with abs because we're going to be hanging on tight to that core this whole class. Take it down, drop, lift, last time, down, tap those toes, lift, hold it here, right on reaches, it's twist, twist, think, exhale, exhale, big rotation, last few seconds, just twist and twist, keep those knees dropped over to the left, that right side is heating up, exhale, give me 5, twist for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good work. You can roll it down, hugging those knees to your chest. Slowly roll it back up here, bringing it up to your feet. Quick stretch. We're going to take these arms up and overhead, reaching up high. Get that slight back bend. Bring it back upright. Grab hold of that left wrist with your right hand. Easy pull over, stretching through that left side. Switch it up. Right hand pulls across. Get a good breath here. And back to center. Big reach up and back here. Opening up through the front of that body. Exhale, forward fold for these toes. Bicycle out these knees. Rolling it through each side. Lift that right heel. Bend that left heel. Lower those heels down, hugging those elbows, let that upper body hang, low back releases. And when you're ready, slowly roll it up. So we're actually going to start back down on the ground. So if you will, grab one of your hand weights or whatever you're using in place of a weight, and we're going to roll it down to our left side to start. So we're going to extend out nice and long here. I'm going to come a little bit at an angle so that you guys can see me. So we're going to roll it down, left elbow under your left shoulder here. You're extending out nice and long. I want you to take this right foot back behind that right thigh, pressing through those toes, and then bring that weight, if you want it, to the inside of that left thigh. You can box out this right hand or set it on your hip here. Point these left toes and squeeze to lift this left leg away from the ground here. Tiny lift. Go up, lift, and lift. So these are just 1-inch lifts from that highest point. This weight here is adding extra. So if you don't want it, or if it's keeping you from being able to do this movement, just ditch it. Trust me, you're still going to feel this burn through this inner thigh. I want you to think about rolling your hips forward, not sinking backward for me here. Just lift and lift. Take it up and up. Go for 4, 3, 2. Hold it high. Now just kick, out, kick, and kick. Now when I say kick, it's the tiniest bend through that knee. Just a micro bend, allowing yourself to get that nice long extension here. It's kick and kick. Fight with me to keep that leg up and off the ground. Think kick and kick. Good work. We're going to take it full range after this. Tapping that foot to the ground. Squeezing right back up in 3, 2. Now let's move. Tap it down, squeeze and lift. Drop, squeeze and lift. Now when I say full range, this is not a huge movement. It's just bigger than normal. Tap it down, squeeze it up. Drop and lift. Tap, squeeze it up. As you're lifting here, you should absolutely feel that burn through that inner left thigh. Again, remember you can ditch that weight at any point. Press hard through these back right toes here and into this left elbow. Drop, squeeze it up. Up for 3, 2. Hold it here. Lift it up, up, up. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Quick, tiny lifts here. Bring this right arm up and overhead, challenging that balance. That leg is on fire. Press through that left elbow. Keep that chest nice and proud. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Lift, lift, lift. Last few seconds. You've got less than 10 here. It's up, up, up. For 5. Pulse for 4. Last 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. Good work. Switching over to the next side. Extending it out nice and long on that right side. side, toes reach out. You're one big long line here. Right elbow under that right shoulder, left toe step back here. Weight comes to that inner thigh. Point those right toes and then squeeze to lift that leg up off the ground. It's tiny lifts up and up. So here, you're working from your highest point. So if this is your highest point, if Jessica's your highest point, or if you're a little bit lower, this is what you can do to really feel that heat, feel that work. Take it up, lift, lift. Remember to try to roll those hips forward. Don't let yourself sink backwards. Really get nice and tall, nice and proud here. It's lift and lift for 3, 2, hold it high. Now it's kick, out, kick, and kick. That leg can be shaking. We're fatiguing these inner thigh muscles straight out of the gate. It's kick and kick. Small bend through that knee. Press, press. Really reach those toes out as far as you can. It's kick and kick. Fighting to keep this right leg high. We're going to that full range drop and lift here in 4. Go in 3, 2. Here we go. So it's tap, lift, and squeeze. Tap, lift, and squeeze. So you can see we're not letting our legs swing in either direction. We are staying in control. So make it smaller if you need. Just keep working. Drop and lift. Tap, squeeze it up. Fight that burn, fight that heat. We're almost done here. After this full range, we're pulsing to finish. Press through that elbow. You have 3. Up for 2. Hold it high. Now let's pulse. Lift, lift, lift. Take it up, up, up. The left arm can raise up and overhead here, or you can leave it boxed down, pulsing at your highest point. It's lift, lift, lift. Take it up, up, up. That inner thigh is burning, but you're almost done here. Less than 10 seconds. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Push hard through those back left toes. Give me 5. Last 4. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Lower it down. Set that weight over to the side. We're going to stand it up here for your stretch. Good work. I want you to take this right foot into your left hand, feeling that stretch creep all the way from that inner thigh muscle, wrapping out towards the front. Heel pulls hard to that seat. Hey-oh. And switching sides, left foot, right hand. Deep breaths here. And then when you're ready, slowly release that. You can set all that equipment over to the side, and I want you to find your point of stability here. So we use these chairs at home. You can use a coffee table, a kitchen counter, the side of your couch, anything, a bar stool, whatever you've got. You're not going to be pulling off of it, you're just balancing on it here. So you can take it to whatever side. Mine's on the right side, and right side dominant. I want you to bring those feet to a nice narrow V for me. So heels are together, toes are slightly turned out. I want you to pop it up onto those toes. Keep those heels glued. Tuck and engage through that center, and then sink down, letting those knees fall wide. Once you're here, take it down for 2. Press it up for 2. Fix, drop, down, lift, and lift. So nothing crazy here. We're getting comfortable in this position. Lift it up for 2. Drop for 2. Now, when you lift, don't straighten those legs out all the way. Keep that slight bend through those knees. Take it down, 2, lift, 2. We're holding it low next. Last time up, last time down, hold it low. Get 1 drop, 1 press. It's down and out. Drop, hold, press, hold. Now, if you wanted to here, you could add a resistance band around those thighs. My thighs are already on fire. I'm so sore that I cannot handle anymore. So trust me when I say your body weight is more than enough here. Add extra if you feel like you need it, but you're still working just as hard. It's drop and press for 4, 3, 2. Hold your press. Take it down an inch, up an inch, drop, and lift. This is low and it's really small. Drop and lift. down and up. This can be so small that you barely see it here. You will feel that heat though through that inner and outer thigh. As you drop, make sure those knees are pressing out wide. We're transitioning after this. Drop and lift. Down for 3. Drop for 2. Hold it low. Unglue those heels. Bring those feet parallel under those hips. It's down, 2, 3. Big lift. Take it down. Down, down. Big lift. So it's nice and low here. Press it back up tall. Drop. 2, 3. Big lift. So the difference now is those knees are pointing straight out instead of falling out to your sides. Take it down. Drop, drop, press and lift. Last few. Big drop. Last time up, last time down. Hold it low here. Get one drop, one tuck. Drop, tuck, and hold. So I'm going to turn to the side here. I want you to see what I look like as I tuck. I'm shifting those hips up and under that body, pulling from those low abs here. It's one drop, tuck, and hold. Drop, tuck, and hold. Good work. Always trying to stay at that lowest point if you can. Drop and tuck. We're going to speed this drop down next. In 3, 2, hold it low, take it, drop, lift, down and up. So I want you to think about that down an inch, up an inch that you were just doing, but speeding it up here so it's still small. We're just firing up the top to those sides up even further. It's drop, lift, down and down. Good work. Drop, drop, keep that chest nice and proud. Roll those shoulders down and away from your ears. Give me 3, 2, hold it low. Now just tuck, tuck, think, up and under. Pressing through those toes, trying to keep your heels as high as you can. But if you need to lower them down towards the floor a little bit, absolutely take that option. It will take some pressure out of those thighs. But if you're ready, try to press it up even higher. Tuck, tuck, and hold. Less than 10 seconds here, and then we're dropping to finish. It's tuck for 3, 2, hold your tuck. Now just drop, down, down. Straight drops here. Try not to stand it up. Get lower and lower. Drop and hold, drop and hold. After this, we're bringing those heels back together here, finishing out in that diamond position. Keep yourself nice and straight. You're almost done. Less than 10 seconds. Drop and drop. Down and down. Good work. Give me 4, 3, 2. Last one. Turn those heels to come back together for me here. Lower down. Knees press wide. It's press, out, press, and press. So find yourself a low point. Not up here. Not down here. You're not at your lowest point. You just found that catch in the tops of those thighs. And I want you to press those heels together so tight here. That's what's really sending the work up those legs. It's press. Think press, tuck for 3, 2. Hold your press. Take it down, down, down. Drop, drop, drop. Now, if you don't feel like you need to hold on to anything, bring both those hands to your waist. You're challenging that focus here, challenging that balance. Drop, drop, drop. This is where we finish, but you've got about 15 more seconds. Hang tough. Take a break if you need it. Jump right back in. It's drop, drop, drop. Less than 10. You've got it here. Core is engaged for 5. Pulse for 4. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Good work. Release it down. We're going to do a stretch that I'm not sure if we've done before yet. So we're going to bring it down to this left knee first. Step this right foot out nice and long. And then I want you to sink your hips forward towards this right heel. Stretching through this left hip flexor. Slowly rock it back. Bring this left arm up and overhead. You may need something to hold on to. You may not. Bringing that hand to your hip. And then bring this left hand down to frame your right foot. Right hand reaches up high to the ceiling in a nice gentle twist here. Rocking that weight forward, maybe back, wherever you need to stretch. And then slowly release to switch sides. So right knee comes down, left foot steps forward. Sinking into that hip flexor here. Deep breaths. Rock it back. Right arm comes up and overhead, reaching up high for that stretch. Exhale, bring it down to frame this left foot. Left arm reaches up high to the ceiling. Nice, easy twist. center, walking it back up to those feet and rolling it up. We're going to move now from the front of those thighs to the back to those thighs. So find that point of stability again. We're going to be there. We're going to turn actually face out. So I'm going to move my chair this way so I'm facing the same way as Jessica. You're going to turn to face that, walking those hips up towards whatever you're using here. Bring those feet back to a nice narrow V for me. Then I want you to take this right leg, let it trace backwards following that turnout. Point that toe, tuck and engage through your center, and then squeeze to lift those toes up and away from the ground here. Just get one lift, one kick. It's up. Exhale here, deep breath. We're going to turn actually face out. So I'm going to move my chair this way so I'm facing the same way as Jessica. You're going to turn to face that, walking those hips up towards whatever you're using here. Bring those feet back to a nice narrow V for me. Then I want you to take this right leg, let it trace backwards following that turnout. Point that toe, tuck and engage through your center, and then squeeze to lift those toes up and away from the ground here. Just get one lift, one kick. It's up and out. So this right leg is at a slight diagonal, reaching towards the back right corner of your room. It's lift and kick. Take it up and out. That right toe is pointed nice and strong, and you have a slight bend in this left leg here. It's lift and kick. Take it up and out. Small movements. Feel this pinch right under that ledge of your right seat. Give me 4, 3, 2. Now big tap. Take it down. Squeeze and lift. Drop. Squeeze and lift. Now look here. Nothing is moving besides our legs. Our low backs are not moving. Our chest is not moving. All of this work is through this right leg. So if you're having to sling yourself, make it smaller. Work to where you feel that catch. Lift. Take it down. Think squeeze. Squeeze and release. Up for 3. Squeeze up for 2. Hold it high. Just kick. Out. Kick. Kick. Now, we kicked before when we were working on thighs. That really burned out that inner thigh. Now I want you to feel how it shifts that work really strong up the back of this hamstring here. It's kick and kick. You're giving yourself just enough room to have to really flex that back muscle. Kick and kick. Core is nice and tight. Kick for 4, 3, 2. Hold it here. Now it's tap, lift, small kick. Toes come down, lift, keep that kick. That right hamstring should be on fire. This should be hard. That's the whole point here. We're using muscles in bar that you don't normally use. You're not going to use these muscles in CrossFit. You're not going to use them in the gym. That's why this is tough, and that's why it feels like you're working so hard without any weight. Tap, lift, and kick. For 3, 2, hold it high, tiny circles. Back, up and over, up and over. Bring your core in tight. If you want a little bit extra, you can lift that standing left heel here, pressing into those toes. Tiny circles, up and over, up and over. You've got less than 15 seconds. Square those hips to that point of stability. Circle and circle. For 5, go for 4. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. Shake it out here. We're going to move to that left side. So same thing. Hips walk up. Feet are in that nice narrow V. Left leg trace back, following that turnout in that slight diagonal. And then squeeze to lift that toe up and off the ground here. It's 1 lift, 1 kick. Take it up and out. Lift, kick it out. Lift, kick it out. Keep those toes pointed here, so that the back of that hamstring is doing all that work. Remembering that slight bend to that standing right knee here. Lift and kick. Take it up and out. A few more seconds before we tap that toe all the way down. Go for 4, 3, 2. Now full range. Tap, squeeze it up. Drop, squeeze it up. I'm sweating. If you're not sweating, then I need you to work just a little bit harder for me here. Even though we're not slinging heavy weight or dancing at full cardio, this should be tough. Tap, squeeze, and lift. The best part is you're burning all these calories and you're not working hard on those joints. That's the point of bars, and it's low impact, but it's still calorie burning here. Lift for 3, up for 2. Here we go. Hold it high. Just kick, out, kick, kick. Now, if you're feeling any pressure in your hip here, I want you to get that slide in through that knee. I have really tight hips, so it's easy for me to feel this work in my standing leg. Make sure those toes are rotated out and that you're giving yourself enough bend through that knee. Hips are tucked, core is in tight. We're incorporating all of this next. In 3, 2, let's move. So it's tap, lift, small kick, drop, lift, kick it out. Good work. Squeeze it up and kick. Tap, lift, kick it out. If you need a break, take it, and then jump right back in. It never gets that much easier. It will get easier, but it's never just cake here. I've been doing this for years, and it's still tough. Kick it out, tap, lift, and kick. Give me 3, 2, tiny circles, up and over, up and over. Trace a quarter with this big toe for me here. This is your last 30 seconds. Circle and circle. Now remember, if you want that extra little bit of fire, press through these standing right toes. Lift that right heel. Keep that circle strong. That right leg is as straight as you can get it. Think circle and circle. Less than 10. Up and over for 5. Go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. Shake it out. Good work. Bring those feet to a nice arrow V for you here. Fold towards these toes. Pop this right knee. Walk your hands over to the right. Sitting into this left side. Take a deep breath here. Hands walk back to center. Pop this left knee. Walking your hands back over to the left. And then back to center for one more stretch. Reaching for those toes. And slowly roll it up. Now for this next set, you can use a ball, which is what I'll use. You can use a weight if you're really feeling spicy, or you can use nothing at all. So, first going to use the ball. I may ditch it halfway through because I am really sore. But we're going to turn back to face your point of stability here. So, go ahead and place the equipment if you're using it. Step a full arm's length away from whatever you're using as your stability. Ball comes back behind this right knee, and then I want you to tuck your right toes back behind that left ankle. Let that knee kind of fall out wide. Bring your left forearm down and box out your right arm. And then I want you to squeeze to lift this leg up, opening these hips up towards the front here. Just lift, press it back. It's lift and press. So when I say press, these right toes are pointed, and you're taking them, wrapping them around that body. So it's lift and press, up and back. That ball is tucked in nice and tight. If you want to bring this right hand to your hip, that might allow you to keep yourself a little bit more open. Press and lift. Take it out and up. Good work here. Take it back and lift. Go for 4, 3, 2. Hold it high. Just squeeze. In, squeeze, and squeeze. So you're pulling that heel in towards that seat here. If you can see, I'm staying high, my hips stay open, and I'm squeezing tighter and tighter. Whether you're using equipment or not, you can feel that hamstring and that glute engage for me here. Squeeze and squeeze. Next move, we're going to wrap this knee in towards this right elbow. Go ahead and place that right hand down. Go in 3, 2, hold it tight. Knee comes in for 2, wrap it back for 2, bring it in, exhale. Inhale, reach it long. Small crunch here. Reach it back and around. Now you should feel this work wrapping all the way around the back side of that seat. It's back for 2. Wrap it in for 2. Trying to keep this leg at the same height the whole time here. It's in for 2. Take it back. Last time. Pull it in. Last time back. Hold it here. Tiny lifts. Up. Lift. Lift. Last few seconds. Does that weigh? Oh my God. Don't use that. Lift and lift. Last few seconds. Slight bend through that left knee. Take it up. Outside of that seat should be on fire here. Lift and lift. Squeeze, squeeze. Give me 5. Go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. Shake it out here. We're going to move it over to the next side, so I'm going to swing my chair around just so that you guys can see this left foot. You don't have to move. Full arms length away from your bar. Feet are in an arrow V. Ball comes back behind this left knee. Left toes tucked behind that right ankle. Right forearm down. Left hand boxes out. Squeeze to lift this leg up and open those hips here. So it's 1 lift, 1 press back. Think up and back. Lift, press it back. When you wrap those toes back behind your body, that's the pinch. That's what we're working for, is that heat that creeps all the way under that left ledge of your seat. It's back and up, press and lift. Again, trying to keep yourself nice and open here. Slight bend through your standing knee. Lift, press it back up, press it back. Squeezing next in 4, 3, 2. Hold that press, just squeeze. In, squeeze, squeeze. So think about how you squeeze that bicep when you're doing a bicep curl. I want you to think about squeezing through that hamstring exactly the same way. Firing up to that glute, squeeze it in and in. After this, we're wrapping that knee in towards this elbow. It's squeeze in and in. Good work. Give me 3, 2, hold it tight, elbow in. For 2, take it back. For 2, wrap it in. Exhale, inhale, press it back. Good work here. Trying to keep this knee at the same height the whole time. That's the challenge. Feeling that catch. Working this side just as hard as your right. Take it back, bring it in. For 2, press it back. For 2, last few. Wrap it back, last time in, squeeze. Last time back, hold it here, tiny lifts. Up, lift, and lift. You can place this left hand back on your hips. This is where we finish this move. It's lift and lift. The outside of that seat should be on fire here. Open up those hips. Stack it nice and tall. Lift it. Keep that breath. You're almost done. You've got less than 10 seconds. 55. Lift for 4. Here we go. It's 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. That's crazy. Jess is using a 4-pound ball. I'm using a no-pound ball. So she's crazy. Go ahead and shake it out here for me. We're going to place those feet parallel, reaching down for these toes for a quick stretch. Cross your left ankle back behind your right. Feel that stretch down that left hamstring. Feet come back to center. Right ankle crosses behind your left. Deep breath, back to center one more time. Bicycle out these knees. And then when you're ready, slowly roll up. We're going to bring it back down to the ground and finish up the back side of those legs. So bring it down to your hands and your knees. Knees will place right under those hips. Hands will place right under those shoulders. Super easy. I want you to take this right leg straight back here. Squeeze to lift it up to that highest point. And then I want you to flex that right foot. So that heel is pressing towards the back side of that wall. Just lift. It's up. Think lift and lift. So here's the deal. This positioning seems easy, but the first thing your body's going to want to do is let that back sag and take over all that work. I want you to really press hard through those hands. Bring those abs, that core in nice and tight. Remembering that we're working those legs right now. It's lift and lift. Take it up. Give me 5. Lift for 4, 3, 2. Tap those toes. It's tap and lift. Drop down. Squeeze it up. Now because this right leg is straight back, we're burning out those hamstrings again. With that heel flex nice and sharp, the back side of that leg should be hurting. We've already fatigued these muscles out. This is how we finish. Tap, squeeze it up. Drop, lift it up. Now, if you want to check that balance, you can bring that left hand up to that left hip here, making sure you're not leaning to either side. Tap it down, lift for 3, 2, hold it high, small circles, around, up and over, up and over. Now here, if you prefer to point those toes, this is where I'll let you do it, instead of keeping that heel flexed. Because you're working at that highest point, you should still feel this burn either way. Hit circle, keep it small, around, up and over, up and over. Hips are square to that floor, circle and circle. Go for 3, 2, hold it here, tiny pulses, take it up, lift, lift, lift. If those toes were pointed, I want you to flex them back towards the ground. Take it up. We're pulsing quick to finish here. Think lift, lift, lift. It's up. If you want to extend this left arm out by that ear, challenging your balance to finish, take that option here. Lift, lift, lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. Sit up on those knees for me. Take this right leg that we were just working out in front, keeping that flex of that foot, and then set your seat back and down towards your left foot, letting that right hamstring stretch it out here. Toes go up towards the ceiling, and then slowly release. We're switching sides. This is your last piece of work before we move into abs. Place those hands nice and strong. Left leg comes straight back. Flex those toes and squeeze this leg up to your highest point here. Lift and lift. Take it up and up. So that heel is what is lifting straight up towards that ceiling. Hips stay square to the floor. So also something that your body may want to do is kind of turn open here. Really focus on keeping yourself square to the ground. Gaze is between those hands. It's lift for 3, 2, now full range. Tap it down, squeeze it up. Drop, squeeze it up. So again, this move is big, but I need you to stay in control. Don't let that leg just swing in either direction. It's tap, squeeze it up. Drop, squeeze it up. If you want to check that balance, that right hand can come up to that hip, lift and drop. Think squeeze and drop. Up for 3, lift for 2, hold it high, tiny circles, up and back, up and back. Now here's that chance to point those left toes if you want to here, or you can leave them flexed. It's totally up to you, but I want you to challenge yourself. Don't take the easy way out. Try to fight to lead this leg up at that highest point. Check in on that core. Can you pull your abs in just a little bit tighter? Press a little bit harder through those hands. Circle and circle. We're pulsing up to finish in 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Flex that foot. Take it up. Lift, lift, lift. The last few seconds here. Stay with me before we move it into abs. Think lift, lift, lift. It's up. Last few. You're over halfway there. It's lift, lift, lift. Fight through this. Lift it up. You have 5. Last 4s. Here's your 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. Good work. Oh my God. Sit up on those knees. Deep breath here. Bring this left foot out in front. Toes are up towards the ceiling. Set that weight back and down towards that right heel. Feel that stretch to the back side of that left leg. And then when you're ready, slowly roll it up here. We're done with our legs. We're going to move into abs now. So, if you will, find your ball, your Pilates ball, or whatever you're using in place of it, and a set of hand weights. So, what we'll do, I'm going to face the camera this time. I know normally we turn to the side, but I think you'll should be able to see just fine from the front as well. So this ball is going to come back behind your low back. As you sit down, make sure you can fit your hand between the ball and your low back, so it's not right up against your butt. You've got a little bit of space here. Grab those hand weights, plant those feet, and then extend those arms out and over those knees. Get one drop, kick those arms, lift and kick, lower down, small kick, lift and kick. So those palms are facing the ceiling here. That kick fires that heat through those biceps. Drop and kick, lift and kick. Wiggle those toes up and off the ground here, making sure those heels are where that pressure is. Drop and kick, lift and kick. Go for 4, 3, 2. Let's use those obliques. Twist it left, crunch it center. Twist it right, crunch. So it's twist, bring it up. Drop, twist, and lift. So as you punch across that body, you're lowering down on that ball or that pillow here, crunching it up, twist and lift, crunch and twist, lift it up. Good work. We're going to hold it to the left here in just a second. Last time right. Hold that punch left and twist. Twist, think, exhale, exhale. So that right arm is punching across that body. That left elbow is pulled in nice and tight here. Rotating through those obliques. Twist and twist, think, exhale, exhale. Give me 5. Twist for 4, 3, 2. The last one, center it up. Those elbows come high, lower down for 2. Curl and crunch for 2. So it's drop, down, lift, and lift. Keep it moving here. Bring it up and lower down. Drop, curl and crunch for 2. Take it down for 2. Good work. Big bicep curl here. We're going to rotate over to the right side, working on those other obliques. Lift. Last time up. Last time down. Hold it low. Punch it to the right. Twist and twist. Then exhale. Exhale. The right elbow is in tight to that body. The left hand reaching all the way across with each twist. Breathe it out. Exhale. Exhale. Can you get a little bit lower on that ball? Wringing out those abs like a washcloth. Think, twist, twist. Go for 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Back to center. Arms up and overhead. Just drop. Down, down. So we're dropping to finish here. Taking those biceps up by those ears. You can drop those weights if you need to, but I'd like for you to keep those hands reaching up and overhead. Drop, down, down. Give me 5. Go for 4. Last 3, 2, and 1. Good work. Slowly roll it up here. You can set all your equipment over to the side. We're going to roll it all the way down to our back, table-topping our legs here. Lift those shoulder blades up and away from the ground. Hands reach out long. I want you to take these right toes up towards the ceiling and crunch. Up, lift, and lift. So just a regular crunch here. Left knee can be tabletop, but I'm going to give you a couple different options as well. Leave these right toes reaching towards the ceiling. If you want, you can bring these left toes down to the ground, taking it a little bit easier here. Or if you want some extra challenge, you can float this left leg over the ground and crunch for 3, 2. Hold your crunch. Pump these arms. It's down, down, down. Pump, pump, pump. Now you can always have this left leg still in tabletop where we started, but choose whatever option challenges you. Reach those shoulder blades up and off that ground. It's pump, pump, pump. This should not feel like a rest. You're still crunched hard from that core for 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Re-tabletop this leg. Hands come across to that outer thigh and twist. Twist, up and across, up and across. So if you have this left leg in any other position, I want you to bring it back to that tabletop. We're rotating that right shoulder up and across that body. It's twist and twist. Think, exhale and exhale. Still crunching through that center core. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Back to center. Knees tabletop. This time left toes go up towards the ceiling. Just crunch. Up, lift, and lift. So again, try whatever option you took with that left leg on your right side. So maybe it stays here in tabletop, maybe those toes come down to the ground, or maybe you float it out over parallel to the floor here. Crunch and crunch. We're going to pump those arms in 3, 2, hold your crunch, pump it down, down, down. Pump, pump, pump. Now, if you take an option and you think, oh God, that's too hard, just bring it back to whatever the next choice was. You can always change your mind. Nothing's written in stone. Just working to challenge yourself each class. Pump, pump, pump. Reach those shoulder blades a little bit higher. Don't let them touch the ground. Pump for 5, 4, 3, 2. Now let's twist. Right leg comes back to tabletop. Hands to the outside of that thigh. It's up and over, up and over. Exhale, exhale. Left shoulder pulls up and across that body. Hands gripping the outside of that right thigh. Leave those left toes pointed at that diagonal up towards your ceiling here. It's twist and twist. You're almost done with abs. Hang tough here. It's exhale for 4. Here's 3, 2, last one. Center it up, extend both legs, pump to finish. Down, down, down. It's pump, pump, pump. Try to take both legs out nice and long here. It's down, down, down. Pump, pump, pump. See if you can take those legs towards the floor just a few more inches. It's down, down, down. Center core should be on fire. It's drop, pump, pump, pump. Give me 5. Pump for 4. Last 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. Great job. Knees pull into your chest. And then extend it out nice and long here. Arms come overhead. Toes reach out with a point. Exhale, roll those wrists and ankles. Inhale, stretch it out nice and long. And then exhale and release here. We're going to turn it over to your belly. Taking those forearms up and underneath your chest. Pressing to lift away here. Feeling that stretch through that low back, through that core. Pressing up through those hands if you need a little bit extra. And then when you're ready, slowly lower all the way down. I want you to cross those arms out in front here. Resting your head. Tuck those hip bones down into the floor. Point those toes. And then squeeze to lift those legs up and away from the ground. Just flutter kick here. So it's kick, kick, kick. Back, back, back. Legs are straight. Squeezing to get those thighs up as high as you can. Finally getting to work a little bit of this low back. It's kick, kick, kick. Now if you want, you can take those hands back behind your low back, lifting that chest just a little bit higher. Last few seconds here for 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. Press it back up to all 4s here. Knees under hips, hands under shoulders. I want you to get a nice big exhale, round that back up towards the ceiling. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your chest, gaze is high. Big exhale, round that low back up towards the ceiling. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your chest. And one more big exhale here. Then you're rolling it around on those wrists if it feels good. Letting your hips rotate around in a circle. And then bringing it back to neutral. I want you to take your knees out wide, set your seat down towards your heels, and then reach those arms out long in front here. If you've got tight hips, if you've done any type of leg workout, this should feel good for those inner thighs. Walk those hands over to the right here, really stretching out through that left side. We did a lot of oblique work today. Back to center, hands walk over to the left, stretching out through that right side. And back to the center for one more stretch. You can flip those palms up towards the ceiling, letting that work. That stretch, bring up into those biceps. back up. We're going to take those legs out in front to that straddle stretch. So I want you to point those toes, tuck this right elbow into that right thigh, and bring this left arm up and overhead, reaching for those right toes. Chest is open. Really getting long here. Slowly exhale, turn to face this right knee, dropping that forehead down towards your leg. Giving a little more love to these hamstrings. And then slowly roll it back up, switching sides, left elbow tucks. Right arm reaches up and overhead. Again, stretching through the side body, trying to keep that chest rotated up towards the ceiling. And exhale to release, turn to face this left knee, fold it over to that left side. And when you're ready, slowly roll it up here. Flex those toes up towards the ceiling. Walk those hands out in front. With those toes flexed up, this stretch should feel into those inner thighs. Low back releases, trying to take that chest down towards the ground. Walk those fingertips out just a few more steps. And then slowly walk those hands back into center. Cross those legs out in front one at a time. Hands come back behind that low back, shoulders roll down and away. Gently take your head from side to side here. This should feel good if you've done any strong upper body work. We're releasing through those traps, through that neck and shoulders. One more on each side. And then bring it back to neutral. Loosely grip these knees. Roll those shoulders down and away from your ears. Focusing on your breath here. Releasing any of that leftover tension. You guys did an awesome job today. Focusing on yourself for a few more seconds. One more big inhale. And exhale. Awesome work. Great job. You guys did it. That's a long class. That was an hour class, so you guys did amazing. Thank you for joining us. And okay, now it's on. Just kidding. All right, hey everybody. Hey. So welcome to our bar class. If this is your first time doing bar with us, thanks for joining us. If it's not your first time, welcome back. Today's set I'm actually really excited about because we're going to do some stuff that we've not done before. So that is super exciting. As far as equipment goes, same as normal. A light set of hand weights. I work with twos, threes, fives at the most would be what I would recommend. And then also some type of Pilates ball, or I say it all the time, throw pillow. There was a girl that actually tagged me, she's your stuffed animal. Like I said, that was awesome. She said it worked great. So just anything that you can either squeeze, or we're just going to be placing it behind our back in abs. So it doesn't have to be a ball specifically like this. Even like I think we have a soccer ball here. I would use a soccer ball, volleyball, anything like that. So that's really all you need. That plus, you'll just look around